Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am in the middle of putting together the 3D Gumball machine from Kscraft. And when I first received my design team package from Kscraft, I was mentioning in my very first video that when I do work with the 3D Gumball machine, that I would like to share with you guys what I do learn. There are so many pieces in this package, and I am going to just talk about what I have done so far. I really believe that you don't have to be an expert crafter to buy this 3D Gumball machine. It can look overwhelming because of so many different pieces in the package, but I am here to share with you guys what I have done so far. Okay, and I am pretty sure anybody can tackle this 3D Gumball machine. So when you receive the package, you carefully separate everything apart. The only thing I have not really separated is this little bit here. So I have everything separated, and I have so far made the lid part. Now this lid part is the very top part of the Gumball machine. I am using Prima Marketing, what I think it's called Love Notes maybe. And I decided to use Prima Marketing because I really wanted my Gumball machine to be nice and sturdy. And the cardstock quality is amazing. Hopefully it turns out really nice, just as I want it to be. But I'm going to start off by talking about the lid part. So this is very easy to put together. What you need to do is, once you separate all the pieces, it is so easy to do this project once things are categorized. So I have categorized my top part of the lid. Then this part here is for the body part at the bottom body part of the Gumball machine, as well as this bit here. So I've got this for the bottom part. Then I have the rest of them together here for the top part of the Gumball machine. So for the lid, you need to cut out, first off, always go with the bits that do not have the stitching details. So you need to cut 2 of this piece here. And then when you cut out the 2 pieces of this, you are going to add glue you can add it to the outside or the inside. But honestly, I have added to the inside of the flap because I really wanted to add the little tab on the outside, not the inside. The reason why I decided to do that is because if I do that and then add the stitching detail layering piece on top, it's going to be even more stronger. So I really just did it that way. So that's one thing I want to share. And then after you glue these 2 together, what you need to do next is you have this piece here. Now with this piece, what I did was I added double-sided tape to here and then here. And then I also added double-sided tape to here and here. So I have been using this 1/4 inch wide double-sided tape mostly for putting things together so far. And I find the double-sided tape to be so helpful in putting it faster with less frustration. When you cut this piece out, here is the stitching detail part that you cut out once to glue on top of the lid. And this is how it looks. So that's the stitching detail part that I have layered on top after putting it all together. See my flap inside? That's inside. Now, another thing I want to mention is because this has the teeth part, I didn't want the inside to show the teeth part either. Plus, I wanted to add the stitch detail part of this onto here so that it hides the teeth part and also it makes it really nice and sturdy. And so I did that to the both side. So when I finish this one, I will have stitching details on the outside as well. You also get 2 of this, which I have already glued onto each side. So you only need to cut 1 of each. Okay? so that's the lid part done. So the lid part is done, and then you're going to put that aside. I always like to tackle with something that's not so big from the beginning. So that's why I have done the lid part first. Next, for the bottom part of the Gumball machine, you're going to work with all of the ones that do not have the stitch detail. So you have this piece here. You need one for the front, one for the back. So you need two of this. And when you cut it out, it'll look like this, right? Now, with the door, this is the back piece. The front piece will look like this once you have cut out the stitch detail parts and the Gumball button machines and the whole area and things like that. But for the back part, you guys, you also need to have this stitch detail cut out twice, and then for the back part, to do the door part. So for the back part, there is a door flap that you can open to get the goodies out. And don't make a mistake like me. I just took this door part straight onto the non-stitching detail part, which is this one here. And then I just added my washi tape like this, and then I took it to the die cutting machine and cut it out. Then I realized, oh my gosh, I did not do the stitched detail part. So you need to cut this out twice, but make sure that for the back piece that you do add the stitch detail first. So you cut this out and then you add the stitch detail layer on first. Then once you have the layering piece on, you take this and place it on where you want the door to be. Then you cut it together again. So when you do that, you get this piece here. Okay, so that's the back part. So then your door is going to open up like this. Okay, so that's the first mistake I made. For the front part, it's you add the stitch layering part onto it. Then you also cut out this piece here once to add to the front. Then you have this detail part to add on top like this. But I used pink glitter cardstock. Then I also used the pink foam to make it a little bit more dimensional. And that's what I did with the button pieces and the hole here as well. So this bit here, you only need to cut out once to add to there. And then this one, you only need to cut out once if you're not going to make it dimensional like I did. But if you want to add foam to it, you do need to cut once in foam, once in your pattern paper or glitter cardstock, whichever you want to use. Okay, so then I will show you again. So this is the front and this is the back. And now I'm also going to tell you what are the pieces you need. You need one for the bottom base, the very bottom base, which is this rectangular piece here. So far we have done this one and this one. So I can put that to the side. And we've done the stitching layer. So then I can take these pieces away. This piece here is for the sides of this, to put it on the side, okay? So you need two of this piece here. Now, Melissa from Simply Paper has done a tutorial and she shares everything with you as well. But I'm not really doing a tutorial, you guys. I'm just sharing my experience and what I have done so far. Then you also, so this is the side part. Then it also comes with the stitch details for the side part. So then you add the side part, the stitch detail part on top, which is going to look like this, okay? Now I am gonna now show you where I added the double-sided tape. I added it on each side where the stitching detail part is. Then when you flip it over, then you add the double-sided tape here and here. And I'm gonna show you why soon. So this, you do need 2 of each, right? Then for the very bottom part, very bottom part of the Gumball machine, it also gives you the stitch detail, so you can choose to add it or not, but I am going to. Then you also have, so we've finished with that one. You also have this one here. This is the one that is going to be sitting on top here. Right? It just cuts out like this, and it's going to sit on top here. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the body part, what I've done so far. So this is the rectangular base that you cut out once, and I have so far added for this piece here, which is going to be the back. So I have added the double-sided tape here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly take this off, and all I'm going to do is just place it here like this, right against it. And by putting the flap on the outside, it's so much easier for me to quickly add the bits on. So now I have also added one part of the side bit. Now I'm going to add the other side, and now I'm going to take this bit off. So I'm adding the flap onto the outside like this. And for me to do that really easily is I just need to place it underneath like this. Like this. And then just place it on there. All right? So it's right against that bottom rectangular piece. Okay? So now I have this shape going on for the bottom. Then I am going to, because I already decorated the front and the back, I am going to now add the side flaps inside. The reason why I'm not putting the side flaps on the outside first is because if I do that, then I will be layering my stitching detail part on top while it's formed in 3D shape. And I find it to be more difficult for me to glue it on nice and flat. So that's why I have already glued on the front part and the back part first, and this bit here, so that I just have to form it. Then I don't have to worry about gluing all of the stitch detail layering pieces once it's formed like this. Then I would have to stick my hand in there and try to make it glued on properly. So I find it, in my own experience, I find it easier if I put all of the layering pieces on first and have the flaps glued onto the outside of the base. Okay. Then now I'm going to take this bit off, and so I can just easily stick it on like this, and then it just goes on like this really fast. Easy process, fast process. Then I'm gonna take this bit off and just slide it in there, and I can just see where I need to push it against, so then I can do that really fast. Okay, so then I'm gonna do that to the other side as well. Now here you can see that I've added double-sided tape in the inside part, not the outside part, because I want to add this bit here like this. I've added double-sided tape here, so I'm gonna glue that part onto here first, like this. Then I am going to have the teeth part glued on outside like this, outside of this rectangular piece. And once all of this is done, I will come back and show you. The last part is the circular part for the Gumball machine at the top, right? So you have this bit here that you cut out twice. Then you have this bit here that you cut out twice. Remembering that this rectangular bit at the top needs to be at the top. So if you're using a certain pattern paper that is directional, make sure that this bit is the top. Okay? So you cut this out twice as well. These are the decorative pieces to use. What I have done is I cut the decorative part twice. Then I also cut out this bit twice in the pink glitter cardstock. And I have it like this. And I'm going to use this as a decorative piece. There are many people that have already made the Gumball machine and shared on Instagram and on YouTube. This set does not give you extra circular bit to cut out this bit here. So if you wanted the Gumball machine to have an acetate piece, like a see-through view of the Gumball machine, you do need to use another circular die here to cut out. Then you can add your detail part. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply make it as the set gives it to me. I think if I was a beginner crafter and I had to think of placing a nesting die, like another circle die here that's not included in the set, I think that would be overwhelming, I thought. So I really wanted to show that you can make beautiful Gumball machine just using the pieces that are included in the Kscraft set. So I have this piece here, and I'm just going to add this piece like this. So you get to see my beautiful Prima marketing pattern paper. And then I'm going to decorate the outside. Another reason why I have not decided to cut out the circle piece to add an acetate to be able to see through is that when I make stuff like this, I like to gift it to a friend. And I really want, during the shipping process, I really don't want the box, the acetate part to fall off or get squashed and things like that. So I really want to make mine really sturdy, and I just want this 3D Gumball machine to be a sturdy gift box. If I'm going to make one to have it displayed in my home, yeah, I probably will cut out a circle piece and do an acetate to see through. But as a Happy Mail gifting idea, I just want to make it beautiful and sturdy and make it a gift box that it can contain some gifts or embellishment inside. So I have just simply decided to use all of the pieces that's included in the set. When you cut this out twice, you do need to, this bit here, you do need to glue this bit with another side together. So this is how it is at the bottom, right? This is my piece once it's cut out, right? This is the shape that you see. And I have once again glued my teeth looking part on the outside of the cutout because it's so much easier to place it underneath, to place the teeth part underneath the circular bit and just push it against the circle. See, like this. So I've been just pushing it underneath and gluing it like this. With here, see, I put the double-sided tape inside the teeth part. And so when you pull this out, you guys, what you need to do is using your scissors, you just need to cut like this. See where the double-sided tape is? I just need to cut it like this so that I can easily make the cardstock go round. So what I've been doing is I've been starting at the top like this, right? So you put this against the top part like this, and then I had that on there. Then you just have to have it like this. Because I've done this side, now you guys are not going to be able to see. But what I'm trying to show you is you can push the teeth part underneath like this. See, you can put the circular part right against the teeth and just have it curled really easily. Like what I'm doing is I'm just simply pushing it underneath. See? See what I'm doing? It just makes it so much easier. So I am having the teeth part underneath, and what I'm doing is I am pushing the circular part without worrying too much. See how smooth it looks in there? And then once it's formed, I'm going to glue this on here like this onto here, and it's just going to look so beautiful. And then my lid is going to go on top like this. You see? Then it's going to sit on top of this here, and it's just going to look very pretty. Okay, everybody, I have finished decorating my 3D Gumball machine, and I love how pinky and pretty it is. It is so sturdy. I have this top compartment to fill. I have this bottom bit to fill. So let me just show you up close. I used some Valentine flowers from this month release from Kscraft. I love these flowers so much, and I decided not to add the stitched layer on this one because I really wanted to keep that bow on that pattern paper from Prima. And then on the side it looks like this, and same with the other side. I left it like this so you can see all of the beautiful design on there. And because I use Prima marketing paper pad, it is so nice and sturdy, you guys. The bottom looks like this. I love this heart paper. It's actually a EXO and a heart cookie pattern paper. And believe it or not, I got it for 50 cents each here in Australia at Spotlight. And I was super excited to find it. This is the back side. I will show you up close the back side first. You might recognize my bag topper that I added here. This was a XOXO bag topper that I previously made, glued at the top part of this round bit here, and then I added the butterfly that I layered. I also added one down here. Then I also used the heart padlock garland from this month release, and I made sure they can see the beautiful rows of the pattern paper. The door opens up like this, and look at that, you guys. Look at all of that spacious goodness. I have so much I can put in there. And then this door, because of the way it's designed, I really like how I don't have to add anything to this flap here to keep it shut. It actually just keeps it shut really nice. And I think that also is like that because I used a really good cardstock as a base. And then for the lid, let me just take off the lid. See how pretty the pattern paper is? All I did was add the two flowers here. And I did add a stitch layer on the other side, making sure to capture that beautiful rose part. And that's the inside. And look how spacious this is. Look at that, you guys. I mean, think about all the things that you can put in there. Bag of beads, small bag of charms. You can put your rosettes in there. Pack it with handmade flowers. So many things. You can pack it with different trim samples. It's just, oh my gosh. So many things you can do with this. Now, I am going to be making a Christmas version. I said to myself, why not? Let's have fun and make different Christmas version as well. For my front decorated part, I use many chipboard pieces. All of these are chipboard pieces. I have one back here as well. Then I added the layered butterfly here and also another beautiful Valentine flower from this month release. I absolutely love my bubblegum machine, and I hope you get to grab a set to play with as well. It has been so fun, and I really do hope that the process I shared and things that I have learned while doing this Gumball machine has helped you as well, or will help you in the future. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much once again, Kscraft, for supplying me with all of these fantastic dies for me to create with and for me to keep creating with. Thank you so very much. Bye for now.